Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is Kaisar Hayat. I am lecturer, your instructor for English language. We are studying study skill and we are taking lecture number 6, and the topic for today lecture is presentation in a language class. Student, there are a lot of students who are worried about that how would they present. If you are given with a topic to present in the classroom, the first thing is don't worry. Because presentation is one of the opportunity that is given to you to show yourself that how much capable you are. Mostly the students sit on the chair, they never take part in the discussions which should be taken, but it's very difficult that to show that how much capable our students are. But when there is a presentation, there is a way, there is a method, there is an opportunity for them to come on the dais and show the class that how much good capable they are. Especially the problem of the first year students, like first semester student, mostly they are feeling problem with the slides, with the multimedia, etc. So in today's class, we shall try to know that how would you prepare your slides, how would we use multimedia, how would you present in a language class, and if you are not presenting through the PowerPoint presentations, means to the technologies, if you are presenting simply manually on the stage with the help of your papers, notes, graphs, picture, etc., how would you do that? So let's go to discussion agenda. Discussion agenda for today class is what is a presentation, how to make effective presentation, choose the right topic, have a clear goal in mind, have a central idea, how to make a slide, what is multimedia, how it is used, presentation without PowerPoint, and judging criteria. When you are presenting, what are the points that your evaluator is seeing in you on which you have to focus while preparing your presentation. So after this, let's go to the introduction, that what is presentation. A presentation is a purposeful communication. In other words, it is the process of presenting a topic to an audience with a specific purpose. Student, presentation is a useful communications in which you communicate with the class, in which you communicate with the audience, in which your evaluator, your teacher is sitting to evaluate you. Or in other cases, if the aim of presentation is different, definitely you can present in front of huge audience. This is a process, presenting a topic. In this case, in the classroom presentation, definitely you would be given with a topic and you would present to an audience with a specific purpose. And the purpose of your presentation in the classroom is to make you expert in presentations art, in the skill of presentations, and to judge whether you are a good English language speaker or not. After the definition, after the introduction, let's see who should learn to make presentations. Which people should learn presentations? In my personal opinion, I think that everybody should know how to present. Because in one way or another, in our life cycle, we have to be confronted with a situation in which we have to present and which we have to talk with to the large gathering. So if we are a good presenter, we can take benefits from these type of experiences. Everyone, as I written here, the skill to make a powerful presentation has now become an essential prerequisite for people from different walk of life, because everywhere you need it. So please do learn it. Do take interest. This is a good opportunity with you to learn presentation in the class, your teacher are interesting to make you expert and make you skill in presentation skill. So do take part in it happily. Student, here the second point is that student need to make presentation on various academic topics. Student, most of you are in graduation level, but when you complete your graduation, definitely you would be in higher classes. You would get admission to the PhDs. Then there would be some assignments to you to make long and effective presentations. So you are the persons who are considered fit to learn PowerPoint presentation as well as the other type of presentations. Teacher make presentation as part of their teaching. Yes, teacher is a person who has to adopt every possible method and ways to make his or her student understand. Business professionals make presentation to customer to enhance their business. Student, these are the people, at least they should learn how to present and how to be a good presenter. Business prospectus are to their peer to inform them of something. In business circle, and especially to those students who are learning technical and business English nowadays, they must keep themselves aware about the term used in presentation, and they must be master in the skill of presentations. Because in business circles, there are a lot of consumers, there are a lot of people who are taking interest in your product or in your services, but that should be you who should beautify your talk through presentation and who can make anything visible, clear to the customer and audience. Student, how to make effective presentations? The students who are worried about that, how can we make our presentations? We don't know how to make presentations. What is presentation? Why presentation is given? Why we have to present in front of the class? So this slide is very important for them. Here, from this slide onward, you would learn how to make a presentations. How to be a good presenter. If you are presenting, what points you must be careful about. So, first of all, for your presentations to be effective, you need to plan the various aspects of it and make necessary preparation too. The first point is that you must be aware about that you are given with the presentations. You must be in a position to have a topic in your hand. And the first step is that the topic is given to you. Please start studying about the topic. If the topic is business English, do read some good articles, some good books on the topic so that you must have a lot of knowledge on the topic you are presenting. Student, keep in mind that presenting is to show, to beautify in front of the people, but the knowledge has its own value. If you are not going near to the book, near to the topic, how would you be a good presenter? Because you won't be confident. What you are talking, you must be confident about it. You must have deep knowledge about it. Then you would be a good presenter. So the first point is take a topic and do study about the topic. Go left to the topic, go right to the topic. Everything related to the topic you must keep in your mind. And while studying, imagine that what type of questions are raising in your mind. Definitely these type of questions would be raised in the mind of your audience. And at the end of the presentation, maybe one or two questions would be just like the same. Then you must be in a position to satisfy the questions. Another point is choose the right topic. You are given with the topics. If you are not satisfied with the topic, do consult your teacher to have a suitable topic which interests you, which appeal you. And your teachers are kind enough to change your topic so that you should take full interest in your presentation. Another point is keep the following in mind while deciding on the topic. The topic must be, what should be the quality characteristic of the topic? Something that interests you. This is very necessary. I can see a lot of students who approach me that, sir, please change your topic. When I ask, they don't have any good answer. Don't change your topic for the sake of nothing. But if that is not your area, if it not appeals, you can't take interest in it, then do change. Something on which you have a sound knowledge, something relevant to your areas. Student, do take a topic that is relevant to your area. Everybody has some specialty, like special interest. So choose your area of interest. After this, having a right topic, you must decide that if the topic is according to your interest, as here in the first point it is written, then definitely if it is the topic of your interest, you must have a lot of knowledge about it. But do read more, because maybe you have read the books on a specified topic 2 or 3 months ago, so maybe some point you are missing now, so reread it. Now, sound knowledge, good knowledge, deep knowledge, if you have, do take that topic. Something relevant to your audience. Keep in mind that your audience is a part of your presentation. If there are 30-40 students, students or audience sitting in front of you, do care about their interest too, so that they must be with you during the presentations. Otherwise, when you are presenting, if you are watching at the faces of the people and you look that they are bored, they are looking here and there, definitely it would create a bit problem for you. So, have a clear goal in your mind. How would you make your goal? Student, whenever you have selected a good topic that is according to your interest, then make a goal that today I would inform the audience about many things that are new for them. For that, you have to study a bit deep and keep in your mind that this topic is not the topic of your audience. So don't fear, don't be worried. They would have, definitely if the audience are from the private institute, from the private firms, definitely your this studies, this topic won't be in your mind. They won't come. They definitely not came here after preparation. So same is the case in your class presentations. Everybody have different topics. So your topic is new for them. So don't be in fear that they know more than me. You are the person today. This is your day. Make it sure that you are the person who knows all of the topic today, or most of the topic. So don't worry about anything. Be confident. Be clear about the purpose of your presentation. Is it to inform? Is it to explain? Is it to entertain, etc.? Student, every presentation have an aim. You must decide that is it to inform the audience, to people? Is it to explain something? Is it to entertain? In this situation, when you are presenting in the classroom, that is both to inform and to explain something. Because if you are presenting knowledge, for example, if the topic is reading skill in English language, so you would inform the people about the skimming, the scanning, how it occurs, and your personal experience with the skimming, that how you gripped in idea in the past. So These type of things are to inform or to explain. Entertain is not a purpose, because entertainment definitely can create a lot of issues, and we are like studying a serious educational matters over here, and to pursue or disputes, to influence it means. But here we not influencing anyone. Our main purpose, our main aim in classroom presentation is to inform and to explain. Now have a central idea. Definitely your topic is your main idea, and to fulfill the requirement of the topics, that is your purpose now, on which you are presenting right now. The brief and clear statement that you use to introduce the central argument of your presentation is your thesis. This acts as a preview for your audience and tell them what the entire presentation is about. Your topic is your thesis right now, so you must tell the audience that about what you are presenting. In the first introduction, when you are coming to present, you would introduce yourself. Keep in mind that first of all you have to introduce yourself. For example, I am XYZ. I am a student of BS 4th semester, and today I am to present the topic of reading skill in front of you. Reading skill is one of the important skill in English language. You can start like this. Then you must introduce your topic in a bit more details, and so on. This is not difficult. If you have practice, if you have knowledge, that would be quite enjoyable for you. So, how to make a slide? Computer literacy in this BS level or higher level is very necessary. At least the basic literacy, the basic knowledge of computer, at least office usage like Office, Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint. So in computer there is an Office installed, make it sure. If Office is installed, just open PowerPoint presentation, PPT. PowerPoint is a software in which you would prepare your slide. When you open it, there is nothing to do more. Just open PowerPoint, and this is the screen that you would face. Maybe with the different version like Office 2007, 13 or 16, a bit change would be here. Otherwise, this type of screen would be there of PowerPoint when you open PowerPoint. On the left very side here, it is written here a new slide. You would click here on the new slide. This type of window would open. This is the window of a slide. Clear? Now suppose your topic is reading skill. So here in the first blank here, click to add title. Here you have to add the title of your presentation or the subtopic. For example, in case of reading skill, so you can write reading skills or the types of reading skill or the elements of reading skill, whatever your topic is. For example, if your topic is semantics, the knowledge of meaning, so write semantics here. If your topic is present participle tense, simple present, suppose you write it here. When you write the topic there, in the next window, this one, you can write the detail you want to inform your audience or your class. This window can be enhanced or enlarged downward. Okay, so you can write many things in it, just like I prepared online this class recording for you. So when you complete this slide, it would come here. So another way is to make another slide. You can click it again, another slide would come here, it would open here, or you can write it, you can click it with the right click here, and there is another window open with the duplicate slide. Duplicate slide means this slide is made now, it is complete now. Here you have written reading scale, here you have put in other details. Now slide is complete, one slide is completed now, but you need another. So here you would right click. After right click, there would be duplicate, means photocopy of this slide. The other slide that would be open, that would be not blank then. That would be the same copy of this slide, but here you can keep your cursor here, go backspace, that would be removed. So write another subtopic that you want to discuss. Here you can also remove the reading, you can write anything new into it and so on. I repeat that new slide can be made through clicking here, new slide, another slide would be there, that would be blank like this. But if you want to have duplicate slide and you have made many things into it, then you can get duplicate slide too, and you can write it in there all the information. This is quite easy. It would take fraction of minutes, even 1 or 2 minutes to make a slide. And in a 5 to 6 minute presentation, definitely you would need 5 to 6 slides, not more than this. So your introductory slide in which you can introduce, and your conclusion slide in which you will conclude. So that's quite easy to practice on a PowerPoint presentation by making slides. Now, there is another important question, that if you prepared slides, suppose from anywhere you prepared slide, in your computer, in your personal computer, in your laptop, even in your cell phone, you can prepare slide from anywhere. Then you have to keep your slide in USB or in any other portable equipment so that you can take it to the place of presentation. There would be an arrangement of multimedia so that your presentation would be played on multimedia. Multimedia, first of all, if you haven't seen multimedia, then be careful, be with me, then what is multimedia? As its name indicates, multimedia means more than two, many, is a broad term for combining multiple media formats. Like your computer is a media, the multimedia combine all these. Whenever we are text, in your slide there is text, maybe there is an audio, there is image, animation, video, everything you can include into it. The result is multimedia. Like if you have prepared a slide on which there is text, but you have recorded voice on it, so many medias would be combined, and these would be combined through multimedia. The role of multimedia is that this is a machine, simple language, this is a machine that unite different medias like voice, like text, like image, like videos, like movement, anything. So multimedia, how multimedia look? Have you ever seen? If not, look it here. Look, this is multimedia. These computers are attached with it. This is a laptop attached with it. You can see here, this one. So in your case, there would be only one laptop attached with it. But in heavy usage, there can be anything, like here is a cell phone attached with it. Here is another machinery like a computer as well as printer, etc. Everything, anything can be attached with it. So this multimedia has here in output, like here is a light glow, light throwing area. This is a circle, white light throwing place from where the light is thrown on the walls somewhere, and the image that you are providing from here, like from cell phone, that would be there through this way, that would be outwardly shown. So this is the simple way that multimedia is doing these things. You can bring your slides, your PowerPoint presentation slides, and you would attach with it with the multimedia. Now just then you would control it from your device and multimedia would show it on the screen. So student, if someone that say that presentation is presentation possible without multimedia? Yes, the answer is yes. But being the modern technique, multimedia is preferably advised because technologies help and enhance the area of language. So you must utilize multimedia as well as PowerPoint because this way you will be a good presenter. But if there is a case, then some students say that no, sir, I can't use PowerPoint at any price, anyways. Then there are methods, very effective method that you can do without machine, without multimedias. And that is when you are presenting, raise your voice. Now, this is your voice that help you a lot. Speak with a smile in your face. When you are presenting without PPT, definitely there is no screen, then you are all on which the audience are looking in. Use your hands so that you would feel comfortable with defining the things. Body language, your body language should be positive. If you are presented, definitely your body language should be great. Now breathe. Like if you are breathing like fast, you won't look normal. So try to look normal. Even if you are presenting without PPT, you can present effective presentations. Adopting these methodologies. Use charts, graph, pictures. Student, this is very important. For example, you are here to present something. Please do write the topic on a chart, on a picture, or something to show new to the class to engage the audience, to make the concentration of your audience so that the audience must be with you. You can use chart. You can even distribute different small piece of written paper among the audience so that the audience must be with you. That is called handout. So you must distribute handout. Any way you can make your presentation good and effective. So student, when you are presenting, definitely before you are presenting, there would be some point that what type of quality or what qualities must be in me when I am presenting. So the areas there are 10 points that you should ensure that you have all these so that you can secure good marks and you can have like a good positive response from the audience. And these are, the first thing is that please avoid just reading from a piece of paper. This would be one of the most negative points, that most of the students come on the stage, they have a piece of paper in their hand and they just read. This is not presentation at all. This type of presentation is not presentation. So don't just read from the paper. Yes, you can keep a paper with yourself if you are taking hints from it, if some content are there, but just simple reading is not acceptable. The first point is your start. How you come on the stage, how you come in front of for the presentation, how you take start, that must be impressive, that would be judged. Confidence. Your confidence is one of the sign of your success. Knowledge of the topic, very important, that how much deep knowledge, how much new thing you are telling today. English language proficiency, this is main area in a language presentation. How much fluent, how much correct, how much positive you are in language. How is your body language? Is it with the spoken language? Eye contact with the audience. Are you are confident and looking at the audience? Time management. You must know that how much time you would be given in the start so you can manage your time accordingly. Usage of authentic materials like supportive material, like picture, like graph, like tables, anything. And mannerism. Student, well-mannered are always visible. So in manner, if you are respectable and good and confident, definitely you would score better marks. And at the last, your answer to the audience questions. If your audience put some questions, definitely you would be well enough and you have read a lot about the topic, then you must be in a position to respond and answer. So these are the area that you must know that would be judged in your language presentation class. Student, thank you very much. This was all about today class. I hope now you are in a good position to work on presentation, and in the future, if you act upon these advices and you remember this lecture, inshallah in future you would be a good presenter. Thank you very much.